What up, Sha?
Uh, but I mean, I guess other than that, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good.
I'm a little more cognizant of a few things. Like I feel like I'm feeling stuff more this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and like always too. Like I just had a sip of my vitamin water and I feel like it touched too many parts of my inside. Like I didn't know it was supposed to go there.
Uh-huh. What do you mean? Like you felt it in your lungs?
Yeah, like real talk. If you would have told me that like I had a leak inside, I would have believed you. Like, oh, that's never been there before. Like I
Okay.
felt cool here, like in my ribs.
Right.
It was
Yes, okay.
like
I'm laughing, but I also know exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
yeah,
I have felt that as well.
like it was like surprisingly refreshing, but also like a
Also, like
little like
you're not supposed to
terrifying.
be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was exciting. Uh,
Okay.
then like also uh I feel stressed for the first time in art in a while. I had a lot of like little deadlines um within like a week of a lot of like personal deadlines, and I've kind of met all of them. I have one left. I have
Okay.
like I'm running my like hour this week, and this will be airing when when I'm doing it. So as usual, I don't feel ready,
Sure.
you
Yes.
know. I am overly stressed about it, but every time I do it, I will say I feel better about a bigger portion of it,
Mhm.
which I think is progress,
Yeah.
right? Like right now, like I feel like I got a really good half of what I want done,
Mhm.
and the other half is in limbo.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping I'm a professional enough that the room will be like, this was entertaining, and
You
then big
are.
picture in like a year, it'll be the thing I want it to be.
Mhm. You are. I
I
wouldn't
hope so.
I wouldn't worry. Um, you're good at that. You're very engaging. It's a story you know very well because it's your story. So even if it feels like to you it's gone off the rails, you can always save it by just speaking the truth of it,
Right.
and then you can get it back to where it needs to be if that happens. But I have total faith in you.
Thank you.
That said, everything I said means nothing if you don't if you don't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say like I was
So
like I appreciate that. I think
I know
I'm gonna
I
agree fully on Friday.
yes,
But
I know that it is like I mean that's very sweet of you, but you don't know you haven't seen me. You don't know what I'm doing here. I'm feeling the exact same way. Last night I had 3 shows
okay.
in one night, which I mean, I didn't even really like doing in the COVID times, but before COVID times, but 2 of the shows were in the same place. So,
Okay. I was about to say
that's
you out here
fine.
like you going to spots on one leg right now, homie? Yo.
No, I'm barely going to the one place on one leg. I'm certainly not telling jokes on the one leg, that's for sure. Um, and it could be the nature of the spots or the audience, but I never wanna put it on them. It is me, I'm the one that's choosing to say these things, and they are not connecting. It's not connecting.
Oh no.
Nothing is connecting, and I have been as positive about it as I can possibly be, which is, well, I mean, you got a lot of rust. That's 3 months you haven't done it. Damn near 4, really, that you hadn't done stand up. We're getting back at it. This is a rebuilding year, like, all the things, and I understand all of that. Um, but man, I just suck. I
Yeah.
just suck. And
Yeah.
so and so I'm like, well, I mean, I can put whatever affirmation on my head that I want to, but what fixes I just suck? That's zooming out, that's looking at how I'm performing it, that's switching up the ways that I'm performing, that's switching up order, that's trying out new things, that's going back on old things, all of that shit, and it all sucks.
Yo.
Where am I supposed to go? back to bed, yes. So that's what
Yeah.
I've done. I just go back to bed. I curl up. I've been watching like one movie over and over. I'm like, I can't even I can't even take another movie right now. So I'm just
Yo.
gonna watch this one movie. I now just put it on my laptop and let it play and put my headphones on and it lulls me to sleep. Because I can't, I'm like, I just can't, I can't get right. I don't understand. I can't get right. So
Yo.
let me
I
just put on this hug of a movie and let it there, sweet child. Let's try it again tomorrow.
Oh man. Yo, that movie should add that as part of his marketing campaign. Like, yo, this movie will hug you through the tough times.
Yeah.
You know? 4 stars. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Like it's funny you mentioned like that part. Like that's kind of what I knew I was stressed because I found that I was really like needing to go to like stay in bed. Like
Mm,
I and like I love I appreciate sleep and all of that, but like I don't necessarily crave, like I don't indulge in that like that. Like
right.
when I got to get stuff done, I want to get stuff done, and I felt like over the last like 3-4 days, like my body telling me like, yo, it's okay in here. Everything, like it's just us, you know what I mean? And
Yes,
you
absolutely.
know,
That's exactly what my body and my brain said. You don't have to do this.
yeah,
Just stay in here.
yo, you don't feel that,
I'll give you just enough energy to get to the day job and bring it back to the house. What's
yeah,
all this extra shit you doing?
come on.
I mean, I think
So,
that's why I couldn't sleep, was that I was stressed out. And my body was like, have you tried watching this movie? Watch it again. Watch it one more time. So
straight up,
now I'm just going to sleep with the movie.
yo.
I don't even
See,
man.
I know I'm in a weird place when I'm watching too many USA shows. Like
Mm.
I've binge watched 3 seasons so far of In Plain Sight.
Oh God.
Like, yo, exactly. Like, I think I'm the only one watching it, yo. Real talk.
Yeah. Man,
And
that's not even burn notice. That's in
yo,
plain
this is
sight.
before.
Yeah.
We all like,
Wait, which one was in plain sight? Was that the lady detective?
yeah, she was she worked in WITSEC.
Oh, what
So
was that?
she was she
Witness?
yeah, witness protection. So
Okay.
the
Yes,
whole
yes, yes.
show's in Albuquerque, and like
Yeah,
she's with some
yeah,
tall
yeah.
dude. And I've
Okay.
realized the tall dude on that show reminds me of the tall dude in Justified, like the young him.
Oh, it probably is.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I felt like a weird like I think that's part of why I rocked with Justified so much,
Mm-hmm.
because like I was like I saw the dude again, but like cooler and
Right.
older and like more jaded by life. You know
Sure.
what I mean? But yeah, yo, like I'm 3 seasons in like a week and a half, and I'm like, oh, this is a problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
know?
don't want to do anything. I just and I mean I got a couple more I got more shows, you know. I'm booking more shows and I just pray that they go well because people are like, "Oh, just end the show with Shalewa. She's reliable." Bitch, I am not.
Yeah.
Do not rely on me right now. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Yeah, there's like a level of confidence that some of these like indie shows have in what I do that like I appreciate, but like I'm
Mhm.
like it's not, I don't think it's justified yet. Um and uh yeah, I is it me also like, but there's been a pivot, like I am like in how we're viewed. I def think you and I have like become OGs,
Yeah, no, I'm the old lady at the club.
right?
Absolutely. Mhm. It doesn't
Yo.
help that I talk about being an old lady, but I mean, yeah, there's something about that
Oh,
where at the show I did last night there was a guy who was just like, I live down the street from the show and I come out occasionally and a lot of times it's like comics I have no idea who they are, but then one comic will be on that I'm like, "Oh, I remember this person from when I used to go see comedy shows all the time like
right.
6 years ago." And you're one of them. You're one of my faves. But I see you and I'm like, "Oh, yes, okay, she knows what she's doing." And I'm like, "Oh, babe, please, just go home. Just go home."
I'm finding myself today. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not it's not going I don't know what to tell you.
Real
But,
talk.
yeah, yeah, so there's definitely, like, a weird kind of reverence that could come from me, like, also I teach, so there's
Yeah.
teaching classes and then just being around for a while and being available.
Right.
So, yeah, there's something like that, but I'm just and I understand. And I'm so sorry for any of our listeners who are like, if these two don't stop complaining about their goddamn comedy lives. Um, but
Oh no, people care about your art, you know?
yeah, it's just um lots of I'm just hitting a wall. I hit a wall and I'm just trying to feel around to the edge of the wall to see how to get around it. But boy,
Yo,
I'm
we
just
gonna make it.
marveling at how bad it is right now.
We gonna make it, Shy. We gonna get through there.
Oh, yeah, fuck the frail shit, I guess.
Just like how Jada said it, you know?
Yes, yes, fuck the
Same.
frail shit, I guess.
I want to hear the remix of that now with just all like energy.
Oh boy.
What kind of scales are we using? What? Yeah, that would be really cool. Just like successful drug dealers that don't believe in themselves. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Yes. Who just kind of lost their way, lost their religion. They
yeah.
know deep down that they are good, but something has happened and they're like, I don't know, man.
It's
I
not
don't know.
87 no more.
I don't even know if I'm whipping this work like I used to,
You
you
know?
know?
I used to flip a brick, but now
Now I can barely turn that thing on its side.
I use my forearms are sore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. I all that's to say is that I feel your pain. I'm
Mhm,
glad you
and I feel yours. So,
yeah. I'm,
yeah.
I'm I'm glad you're back on it. But yeah, I that is a thing that I've purposely changed over the last few years, and I think more comics should is when we feel weird, we should say it. Um,
Yes.
real talk. Like no, I think I've told you about this before, but like I remember we got booked to do a taping for Comedy Central,
Mhm.
and they asked us to talk about mental health.
Okay.
It was like 2 months before the tape. Everyone agreed because they're hyped. They're like, hell yeah, mental health. I got all the jokes.
Right.
I had no mental health stuff.
No, not at
You
all.
know, no, none at all. And we had to do like our sets, and they were like, hey, like it's gonna come out during Mental Health Month, so like if you can, like focus your set on mental health. So like I'm home writing, stress writing,
Mhm.
couldn't figure out anything. I had a set that worked, couldn't figure out a mental health connection to like bring in nothing at the end. Like
Right.
uh a young comic heard me do my set and they were like, oh, that's the set you doing, right? My friend's doing that taping. And I'm like, I wish this I know works, but I don't got a mental health set. And she was like, that works, just change the premise. And I was so mad at how like simple that this young person saw
Just
it.
just
Yeah,
do this.
yeah. She was like, do the same joke, just add this to the premise and you're done. Your joke already works. And like the simplicity of it like pissed me off and blew my mind all at once.
Right.
So then I get to the taping and like we're all like stress pacing back and forth in the green room. For a lot of people, it was their first set. For me, it was my first post-COVID taping. So like
Right.
we're all like in a weird stress place.
Mhm.
And like I see this dude like reviewing his mental health joke. And he's like, man, I'm just so he's like, I don't know what to do about this joke because this the only joke I haven't done before. And then like everybody was like looked at each other and was like deciding, yo, should I reveal? And like finally I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be real. I couldn't think of anything. And I just like reworked a joke that I already had that worked. And like the relief I saw in everyone's faces, yo. Just one by one, everybody was like, "Oh, thank God!" I couldn't think of anything, yo. Real talk, and yeah, there was some people that nailed it, and props. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you were able to find something, but like I genuinely like struggled doing that, and like I even told some of the like people from the network after, like, "Yo, thank you for booking me on this. I don't think you realize how stressful this one little thing that got
Yeah.
thrown in the email made this whole thing for me that normally I enjoy fully."
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, and they were like, "Oh shit, we didn't mean it like that. We was just saying like, hey, if you got some, you know what I mean?" But like, and I was like, and after speaking with him, I was like, I could fully see how you see it that way. I'm just
Right.
letting you know, like,
Like, I just want you to know that you put
yeah,
a segment of New York comedy into a tailspin
real talk.
with the two words or the three words mental health joke.
Yo, they
That's
just
all.
threw that
That's all.
in.
It took. You toss that in there, and we literally have been in turmoil for for months.
Yo, and like it was everything about it was like was was done exactly the way that would make it the hardest experience. Because like
Hmm.
all the comics booked were people that were like just one layer away of not chilling with each other, but we all
Right.
know each other. So
Uh
like, oh,
huh.
you got that? Congrats, but not.
Yes.
Oh, you got that? What are you doing to work on this joke? You know what I mean? Like if you and
Yeah.
I got booked, I'd talk to you, yo, I'm stumped about this. But
Yes.
like this comic still like if I see them, I'm gonna dap you, but I wouldn't tell you my darkest feelings and secrets, you
Right.
know?
Yes. Exactly.
So like all of
You're
it,
you're a comedy acquaintance. You're a coworker.
yeah,
You're a coworker, but from like a different department.
straight up, right. You know, oh,
Yeah.
you in accounting. Oh, that's what's up,
Yeah,
homie.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll say hi to you in the hall, but we ain't going to lunch together.
Real talk. But
Yeah.
after we did that, after we all talked about it, no lie, I hug all those people. Every single one of them, yo. Real talk. I
Yeah,
straight up
yeah.
just, yo, Maddie, I met Maddie Weiner that week. I hug that lady every time I see her just because we went through something in that green room together. Like
Right.
it was an experience of like, oh, okay, like I could be vulnerable and like my peers will understand.
Mhm.
So yeah, vocalize your fears and faults. It's important.
It's im it is important.
let's get uh let's get into the news.
Okay.
Kicking us off, animal rights protesters attack portrait of King. Interesting. Animal rights protesters have attacked the portrait of King Charles in London's art gallery. Two protesters stuck posters on the glass covering the painting. The painting itself was unharmed, said Philip Mold Gallery, and there were no arrests. The striking red artwork by Jonathan Yale, unveiled last month, was the first official painting of the king since his coronation. The Animal Rising Group said its supporters had stuck posters on the glass protecting the painting in what they describe as a lighthearted action. They pasted over the royal portrait with a picture of Wallace, a character from the Wallace and Gromit animations. Uh, it
Okay.
it was a protect message criticizing the welfare standards of RSPCA, assured farm status, with King Charles a patron of the RSPCA. King Charles being such a big fan of Wallace and Gromit, we couldn't think of a better way to draw his attention, said Daniel Juniper of the campaign group.
I need
The
to stop you right there because I need to sit with this new knowledge that King Charles is a big fan of Wallace and Gromit. Like I don't even know, that has hit me harder than anything else in this story. Which if you are familiar with, if you're not familiar with Wallace and Gromit, it's like claymation uh style animation
yeah,
of this guy named Wallace and his dog Gromit. And um Gromit has the most expressive, it doesn't talk, of course, the most expressive faces. And and it's a great cartoon. If you're familiar with the movie Chicken Run from way
mm,
back in the day, that animated thing about chickens trying to escape or something,
yeah.
it's the same kind of animation. It's very funny, but um I just never think of the royal family like enjoying a thing. Even though, I mean, Princess Diana, when she was around, she liked the music that she liked as a young woman, which is how she became friends with Elton John or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Um, but like the idea of I I keep forgetting to call him King Charles because he ain't no king to me. He ain't my king. Uh, that him just sitting around eating like I don't know snacks and watching Wallace and Gromit is so funny to me. Like
Mm,
with big fuzzy slippers on. I don't know. But also, so what they've done, if you are familiar with Wallace and Gromit, is they put Wallace's face where the king. This is that painting that is just looks like blood, like
right.
King Charles just like coming out of just like the bloodiest field, and
Right.
with only his face, it looks like showing. And so they put Wallace's face on top of Charles's face with this crazy background. It's actually like pretty funny. Like I'm sure it's for something serious or whatever, but it's actually like a well done. It's not like throwing cake at the Mona Lisa. This one is kind of cheeky. I kind of like it.
Yo, I vibe with the original picture. I vibe with the
Do you? That shit
additions.
is scary as fuck.
I feel like it was a dope picture made for the wrong person. Like it looks to me like, oh, this is the new like
Yeah,
Griselda cover.
this is mixtape energy
Straight up, like
for
oh,
King
like
Charles. Like this is
this is King Charles the
what's
Machine. Real talk.
what's the DMX something and hell is hot?
It's dark and hell is hot. Straight up.
Yes. Is that the one where he's in the tub?
Nah, that's flesh of my flesh,
With
blood of my blood. I think.
that thing haunted me for decades. But it's that kind of vibe. But for King Charles, who became king as an elderly man and then immediately got sick. Like, like he's not.
Yo,
I don't know. I like if this was for the queen, I'd be like, nah, but for real, that bitch been around for a minute and she's seen some things and done some things. Charles ain't done nothing.
I honestly, so like, I'm with you,
Uh-huh.
but this like when I saw this painting, it really like reminded me of like what it feels like to be a guy looking at himself in the mirror. You know what I mean?
This
Like,
what y'all see?
I promise you, Charles still thinks he's that dude. Like in his head, he's like, "Yo, I'm ready. I take on anybody." Like
Oh
Charles
my.
really think he's ready for war at his age. And I know every now when I look in the mirror, every like I'm starting to like get the reality check, but every now and then I still see 25-year-old G.
Do
You know,
you? No,
straight up.
I see every once in a while I will look at my face and I'm like, I've been looking at you for like almost all my life. Is what I say to my face.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna change or nothing, huh? It's just gonna be you and me together. I say that shit to my reflection a lot.
Speaking of that, something I'm curious about. I don't know if young people look at themselves in the mirror as much as they look at themselves on phones and stuff.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
my daughter saw me looking at myself in the mirror at the Gap. She's like, "Dad, why are you looking at yourself?" And I was like, I can't explain to you, like I'm having a crisis. So like, but so like whenever I'm stressed, anytime I see a mirror, I just look into my soul and like
Mm.
wonder if I'm gonna like
Right, yes.
get through this.
Get
So
lost in your own eyes. I get
yeah,
it. Yeah, no,
I do
I
all that.
understand.
Real talk, yo. Like the budget is tight right now. We buying y'all graduation clothes, and like I'm just looking at the mirror, like, are we gonna make it?
Right.
And I'm just so yeah, like this is a family outing for you, but this Gap mirror is like it's a lot for me right now, yo.
Hey, look, I worked at the Gap in the mid '90s, and I can't tell you how many times I saw my soul in there while I was cleaning out of a fitting room. I just catch a reflection of myself, and I'm like, "Bitch, this is you. This you?
Yo,
I guess this you."
it's where we at. Okay,
Yeah, I
real
mean, I
talk.
know it's early 20s, but shit, this you,
Yo,
huh? Yeah.
I felt
So
it, yo.
yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, but they are also the flip of that is, can you look at yourself in your phone the way young people stare directly into the camera of a phone and just like
Right.
be that person? Because I cannot. Like, that is
Yeah.
uncomfortable, or it's too comfortable and I don't want to be that person. You know what I
Yo.
mean? Like, it's too I've watched recently someone, playing the guitar and singing, like clips of them singing, doing cover songs and playing the guitar and whatever. And they're young, so they're doing it into their phone and they're just kind of looking directly into the phone. And I was like, I could never. What are you talking about? Get in front of like multiple, like get in front of 2,000 people and talk? Yes, easy. Do
All
that with my
day.
eyes closed. But look directly into the barrel of a phone? Mm-mm.
Just you and
Just
Siri, yo.
yeah, just us, and then sing. Stop it. I
Yo.
was so uncomfortable. I was just like, ew. And I asked my roommate because he plays guitar and sings, and he's younger than I am, so he certainly has something in the archives
Right.
of him like singing into his phone for something. And he's like, "Yeah, I've got some clips. I can't look at them." I'm like, "Yeah, I imagine you can't." But like, how did you even make them to begin with? And I think I don't want to say youth is the reason, because there are plenty of older people who are
Yeah.
out here, singing and directly into the I don't just opening yourself up that much is terrifying. It's so scary. Uh but I absolutely can I will look into mirrors, even though I say I don't like mirrors, but it's because the truth is in there too a little bit. And
Yeah, yo.
so you just sit there and you just stare and just go, "What are you doing?" I mean, like, most of my life I will look at myself in a mirror and make faces to make myself laugh. And that's not a thing, like, I haven't incorporated that into my comedy. This is just for me. So, it seems so personal. So the idea of doing that and then, like, posting it or just having it somewhere where someone could come across it is terrifying. "Nah, you need to be in the bathroom with me. We're not making this face, and that's not gonna happen, so I guess you'll never know."
Real talk. That's a hidden secret talent, yo.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. But yo, whoever did this, it's gonna be a future rap album cover, 100%. Um,
Yeah, with Wallace, absolutely, it will
real
be.
talk, yo. In other news, let's see here. Family's $15,000 Carnival cruise vacation was canceled just 2 days prior without their knowledge after sharing their booking number on Facebook.
Oh,
Uh,
these dummies.
Kentucky family's Carnival cruise vacation they had been planning for a year was canceled just 2 days before the ship was set to sail after they accidentally shared their booking number online in a case of identity theft. Tiffany Banks was devastated to learn that her trip abroad aboard the Carnival celebration ship with her husband and their 4 kids was canceled without her knowledge the day before the family was going to fly to Florida to leave.
Yeah.
Banks Banks, in a series of videos on TikTok, said she had no idea their vacation, for which they had already paid in full, was trashed until she got an email about off ship excursion cancellations and called to investigate. Carnival customer service rep told her that she had canceled her $12,000 reservation for the ship's largest room, the Excel Presidential Suite, through the online system. The mom and nurse practitioner said she went to a full blown panic, and she and her kids were all in tears. We had nearly $15,000 tied up for this vacation, including excursions. The room itself, I think, was 12 to 13,000, and then we got a few grand in tied up in excursions, and actually with almost $2,000 in flights. Banks said she never canceled the trip and wondered if it was a system glitch. Carnival said the room they had booked was now reserved by another customer and offered the family 2 interior rooms, the cheapest on the ship, instead. But the mom did not feel it was an adequate replacement. Carnival also refused to offer a full refund, as its cancellation policy states that no money will be returned. within 15 days of the cruise's date. The family flew to Miami and tried to board the ship anyway, hoping for a last minute solution, but were unable to get on, and the ship sailed off without them.
Wait, but why was it canceled?
Yeah, I'm assuming someone used their number and canceled it on some like internet like jerk shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The cruise line told Banks that she was the victim of a form of identity theft, but that there was no security breach on Carnival's part. It was their fault because they put the pictures of the
Tickets?
itinerary, yeah, with the tickets
Y'all
online.
gotta stop doing that shit. Quit flexing. Just flex afterwards.
Real talk.
Because that's literally, not only are you telling people your booking number, which is insane, but you also are letting people know that you're going to be gone for a week and a half
Yeah, you gonna
from
get
your
robbed,
house.
everything.
Like, come
Yo,
on, they're going to get you from both ends. I'm trying
nah,
to think, because the last time I feel like I posted a plane ticket was when I moved here.
yeah.
And I posted my plane ticket, but I also was here when I posted it.
Right.
I was like, I'm already here.
Yeah, real talk.
Like,
You
you
can do what
can't.
you want.
Yeah, I just landed. So good luck. But yeah, y'all gotta stop, like, redact it. Come on, y'all. We gotta start redacting. Get
Yo,
a
real
Sharpie.
talk. That's it.
Let's, like, come on. Do it online. You can cross out everything else. Put a bunch of emojis over it. That's why people are doing it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So that no one does. You're too
Real
open
talk.
and free.
I promise you that this lady did a lot of mirror looking. This lady was
Afterwards,
afterwards, she was staring at herself in the mirror.
I bet not. No, I don't think she was. I think because she probably was the one that made the call of, like, let's still fly down to Florida and
Mm.
see. So she hasn't reflected yet at all. I bet half of those kids have, though. I bet at least two of those kids are just
Yo.
looking, like, learning that their parents are kind of dumb.
Yeah, yo, it happens.
It happens, and it's probably the two oldest kids
Yeah,
who are
they're
just
they're
like,
more cognizant.
yeah, like, oh shit.
Real talk, yo.
Great.
This is who's in charge of me?
Yeah, like, I
Man,
can already see the future right now.
real talk, man. Gotta start budgeting different. You
Budgeting
know?
different, and also, like, shutting it down, because kids now aren't, they've seen what happens when stuff is shared.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people our age, we're the ones still fucking up.
Yeah.
We're the ones still putting ticket information on fucking Facebook. But the kids aren't even on it like that, because they're like, I don't want people knowing my stuff. And where was that? We used to have that. My generation used to have, I don't trust you. But
Real
now
talk.
we're just putting everything out there.
It's
And I'm
gone.
like, let's get back to, I don't trust you. How come I'm the only one out here not trusting folk? What's happening? How come I'm the only one looking side eyeing people? Everybody else is just, hmm,
Real talk. Everybody needs a little bit of like, huh? I
huh?
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Build
yeah.
that into your people.
Anytime someone follows me on IG or likes too many pictures, I immediately, like, let me restrict this motherfucker. Just
Yo,
off rip. I don't want no smoke, but let me just go on and restrict them.
real talk. I don't need weird DMs. I don't need you like
Yeah.
following too much of my info.
Yeah, I haven't gotten many DMs. Luckily, my intimidating nature is palpable from the phone. So no one's sending me weird DMs, but they are liking things in a way. Like, why is this a whole cluster? Why did you go back 3 years to like something? Restrict, restrict, restrict. Mm-mm.
Straight up, yo. You like pictures of me at like a corporate dinner. I was like, I don't even have that job no more.
Yeah, right? Like,
Straight up.
okay.
That's weird. Okay. Oh man. In the news, clean versus green. Discuss wins out over eco ideals when doing laundry, a study finds. That's right. How often should you wash your clothes?
Oh,
Doctors don't
no.
really know, but the decision is more cultural than medical anyway. Worried about leaving the house in sweaty shirts or stained shorts, people often chuck clean clothes in the laundry basket after wearing them just once. But the urge to avoid whiffy garments carries a climate cost that has largely been ignored. New research shows that the feelings of disgust and shame encourage excessive clothing washing, even among those who care about their carbon footprint. Swedish scientists surveyed a representative sample of 2,000 people and found that when asked, in effect, to air their dirty laundry, haha, their fear of being seen as unclean overpowered environmental identities. When it comes to behaviors, disgust simply wins out. The study shows that the higher our sensitivity to disgust, the more we wash, regardless of whether we value our environmental identity highly. They found high sensitivity to disgust, shame, or violations of cleanliness norms were associated with frequent use of washing machines. They found no such effect for environmental beliefs. The dilemma, the scientists concluded, is that the risk of societal pushback takes priority over abstract intentions such as reducing emissions.
What are we talking about? Oh, this is The Guardian. Okay, so they gotta go real weird with it. Okay. Um, let's see here. Well,
The
there are no.
so Yeah, like the average European household does 4 to 5 loads of laundry a week, though the
Okay.
frequency of washing has stayed steady for 20 years. The size of the machine drums have grown. The share of devices that could hold 6 kilograms rose from 2% of sales in 2004 to 64% in 2015. While there are no hard rules about how often clothes should be washed, clothing manufacturers and fashion blogs generally recommend less frequently, even if just to make the clothes last longer. About 70% of clothes enter the washing machine with no visible stains, according to a survey commissioned by Unilever as part of the campaign to market a detergent suited to 15-minute clothing washes. On
It's
the extreme
always
end,
some corporate bullshit. Do you know who Unilever? Do you know who that company is?
now
That's
what do they do?
all. That's all your detergents. Like, look it up. That's all your detergents, basically.
Okay.
So they're trying to see how often people are washing and what will work, so that they can come up with some version of a soap that's geared specially for that you can pay a premium for, so they can get your money. I hate to be that
Mm.
person. I hate to be that person, but they make soap. Like, they don't care about your clothes. They make soap. Um, this is very funny. I guess that's supposed to be a shocking stat that 70% of clothes enter the washing machines with no visible stains. I mean, okay, but how they smell though?
Yeah.
I'm good about not spilling stuff on things, but I mean, you gotta smell them.
Yeah. Y'all don't sweat.
Yeah, you don't feel the like. Yeah, there are things for sure that you can give a sniff test and go, I can get another day out of that,
Right.
or I can get half a day out of that. This I have a pile of clothes that are like for running out and doing a thing,
Right.
and then coming home, and I know I'm going to come home and put back on my house clothing.
Right.
And these are I've already worn them, and they're not like stinky, but if I go back out in them, they will become stinky.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead. These are the in between. These
Right.
are in the
Straight up.
middle between. And then I run whatever errands, and then I come back and then I get them ready to be washed.
Yeah.
You
That's how you
know,
stretch the life for the starting lineup.
right? And also, um, I hang dry a lot of stuff,
Mm.
so that there's more life in it. Because the dryer, that's what will kill it. The dryer will eat up the elastic and stretch that out, and put little burns in the fabric and all of that stuff. So if you
Right.
hang dry a lot of stuff, you can get a lot out of it. And I pretty much, I mean, not exclusively shop at what are considered fast fashion spots, but I mean, they are where I shop because they have the extended sizes and they have very basics. And I'll zhuzh it up with jewelry if I have to. But but yeah, no, I got some old ass Old Navy shirts that I have hung dry, and that's why they're still with
Ah,
me. So I treat my fast fashion as if it's fine, luxurious goods.
hell yeah.
Do that. Give that a try before
Stop
you.
blaming the machines, okay?
Yeah, before you give Unilever all your fucking Dove money or whatever it is that they make. Actually, I should look that up. The things that they make, but it is a lot of soap. I see their logo in my mind's eye. I can see their logo.
Oh man, we do a lot of laundry in my house.
Yeah. Now I will say, I'll just come back in to say, I am talking as a single person with no kids. If
Right,
you are married or you got kids, laundry means something completely
yeah,
different to
like
you. So I respect that is the case.
yeah. I was gonna say like in my crib there is a load every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a different person or a different thing. Like we every person has to rotate.
Hmm.
So like we each got like yo, it's your day. Go clean your stuff. And we have like a bedding day. And like
Okay.
like we and then the kids take turns doing the bedding and their stuff. Um, Aiden is the one that is the most clean freak.
Oh, good
Like
for him. Cause
straight up, like he like if he was one of these people that I had to check. I was like, yo, my man, you wore that shirt for 30 minutes, homie. Like
it's not dirty yet.
it's not in the hamper ready, homie. Like you wilding out right now. I was going like there was a day where like we were going out and I thought I had to buy my son clothes because like yo, like I didn't know you had nothing left in the drawer like this. You outgrew all this, and then I look in the hamper and you got 2 loads here. I'm like, you did laundry on Tuesday. What happened? And he's like, oh, these are dirty. I'm like, there's no way this is all dirty. We haven't left the house. How did you wear all this clothes?
Right.
And he's like, oh, like I put this on when I went to throw out the garbage, and I threw it in here. Then I put this on when I went, outside to get the mail, so I threw it in here. I'm like, yo, like, all right, the garbage one I give you, but homie, like you ain't get dirty getting the mail. You know, like you wilding out right now.
Right.
That's just like that. That's literally like because like once he takes it off, he's like, yeah, like it's in the hamper. But I got his logic too. He was like, he's like, I don't got hanging space. So he's like, if I don't put it in the hamper, I have a mess in my room. So he's like, then mom comes in here and sees like all these shirts in like mid-tier of clothing wearing. And she's like, yo, like your room is a mess. And he doesn't fold clothes as well as Gabby. So
Okay.
he doesn't like
Okay.
refolding and putting it away. So he's like, if I wear it, I put it in there and it keeps my room clean. So
Okay. Well,
even though it affects the environment, I'm letting him rock because
I
I
hear
don't like
you,
stepping
but
on stuff on the floor.
he's going to have a discussion with
Yeah,
your wife where it's like, "Hey, I know you want to come in here and clean it up and it doesn't look the way that you think it should look, but this is how I keep it. This is mid-tier clothing. They go here. Yeah, it's not folded great, but that's what happens here. You cannot mess with it.
yo,
This is how I want it." And that's tough to
straight up.
have with your mom who's just like, "You don't know what you're doing." Um
It's been a combo the last couple weeks because we like, yo, my man, like I respect the cleanliness of your stuff, but like this is insane. He does laundry like 3 times a week. I'm like, you don't go out this much. You wear a
mhm.
uniform. Like, yo, hey, what's happening here? You don't got a nightlife. Like, why? Why are we doing all this, B? you know? But he's very particular about his stuff, like being a certain way.
Mm.
He likes to hang everything in the closet. He doesn't like to fold because he can't fold. He says, he's like, I don't fold like mom. If mom folds it, I'm with you. But he's like, I'm gonna put it away. He's like, I'm not saying mom has to fold my stuff, but if it's gonna be folded, it's gonna be mom.
You should get him a folding board.
Yeah, I've been thinking of that. Real talk.
That's
Because
how that's again working at the Gap. That is how I already knew how to fold basically because my mom showed me, but like that board, it was so like formative. It was very formative because now I fold things so easy. I can just grab the corners of a t-shirt and just whip, 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 and put it down, and it
right.
looks like it's like folded. I remember doing that in a green room where there were t-shirts laying around, and I'm just talking to people and absentmindedly folding the t-shirts. And I think Joe Firestone was there, and she was like, "Hold on, what are you doing? How did you fold like 5 shirts perfectly without stopping to look at what you were doing. And I'm like, folding board, baby.
Yo, that shit is a superpower.
It really is.
Real
And it's
talk.
kind of fun to figure out, especially he's math minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him a folding board.
Real talk. I'm gonna do that. And that's the other thing. Like, I gotta take ownership. I can't fold for shit. So like Gabby, whenever we have laundry together, she asks me to come fold, and it's just like as a bonding experience. But like everything I fold, she just redoes in front of me.
Yeah.
Literally, she don't even like wait to like hide it. Like there's no like, I know this is disrespectful to your efforts, but like I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad that you tried.
Right.
You got it. And like she said that what I'm really doing is helping her organize. Like I help her divide the clothes faster.
Okay.
And she just lets me fold because that's what I think I'm doing.
Right.
But she's like, once I've done my folding, she redoes everything. And Aiden folds like me.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's inherited or if I taught him once. But she's like,
that's just, he just hasn't. Folding is one of those things where people get mad if you don't know how to do it, but no one really teaches you how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing where a parent will come in and go, why don't you fold your clothes? And the kid's like, all right, I guess. And then they just kind of ball it up because they don't really know what to do. And you got to have someone at some point go, all right, here's sheets. Let's do sheets and towels. They're the easiest. They're just big squares. Match the corners over and over, right? Until you get to a fitted sheet. And now what do? Now look, my mother taught me how to fold a fitted sheet very early. So I've always been able to fold one. But now I've been experimenting with different ways of doing it.
Yo.
To get it flatter and flatter. You know? Like, it's fun.
That's kind of fire.
I bet you if you got him like a folding board, a couple of folding boards, because then you got how you fold for t-shirts, right? But now you got long sleeve shirts. Well, how do you do that? Now you got shirts with a collar. How do you button up the shirt and then fold, or are we just going to let those hang? Now you got sweaters. What about, you know what I mean? Like bulky. How do we fold it so it's not so bulky so it doesn't tip over? Well, you put one sleeve on the inside, one sleeve you let hang down, and then you know, or is this more of a roll? Yeah, he's math minded. Let him figure that out.
I like that. That's gonna happen. Real talk. I'm gonna have my son doing all that. He's gonna start a TikTok, him folding.
Will he? Is he on TikTok?
Nah, he doesn't do that stuff. My daughter would do stuff, but
okay. Yeah, he strikes me as the kind of kid who's like, why are you guys all putting your information on the, like, he's that person when when you accidentally put your trip information on Facebook, he's going to be the one just like, oh my God.
In other news, Elon Musk demands money back from employees he laid off.
Man, fuck you. Next story. No, go ahead. Keep reading. I'm just playing.
Oh, man.
I mean, I meant it, but, I'm just playing.
After firing a number of ex-formerly Twitter staff in Australia, the platform's new owner, Elon Musk, is threatening to take them to court, demanding the clawback payments after claiming the company had accidentally overpaid them. The flailing social media service fired much of its remaining staff stationed in Australia back in January of 2023. But thanks to an alleged currency conversion error, the social media company is now asking fired employees to repay up to $46,500 in U.S. currency in some cases. In other words, X is kicking its former staff while they're down. According to the report, at least 6 former X employees received letters in the mail alleging that they had received a significant overpayment in error in January of 2023. We would be grateful if we could arrange the repayments to us using the accounts below at your earliest convenience. Per the Herald, the overpayments range from just $1,000 American to measly low $46,500 American.
Wait, hold on. The payment was made to the former staff in the form of Twitter shares, which were valued at the price when Musk bought the company in 2022. The number of shares varies depending on how long each employee worked for the company. So they didn't get like a check that was too much money.
Right.
They got Twitter shares, which are like No, nowhere. They're not as good as the paper they're printed on right now. And he wants them to pay him back. Does he want the shares back, or what does he want? Because they're
Yo,
not going to equal the amount. Does he want a combination of the? That's why I say fuck him.
real
Just
talk. I mean,
like, yo, you got to eat that, Elon. You
real
got to
talk,
eat. You got to eat that.
bro. You worth billions. You going after people for a G?
Yeah, a fictional G, because it's Twitter shares,
Yeah.
not a tangible G. It's fictional as far as I'm
Yo,
concerned.
yo, you different, homie. Real
Yeah.
talk, man. I'm disappointed in you.
Are you?
Um, I'm not surprised,
Yeah,
but
that
I
you
am
were ever
disappointed.
appointed in him is so. uh,
You could do so much better. Okay.
I don't think he can, and that's the issue. Did you see that clip of him coming up to make a speech or do something, and he walked up on stage and then started jumping around like he was on a trampoline?
Oh my God.
He's a 50-something-year-old man. He is not comfortable in his body at all. And he keeps getting on platforms trying to talk to people. And he's just like, I'm a human. And I don't think that's right. They gotta quit giving him a spotlight and a microphone or anything. And he
Real
literally
talk.
got up there and just started doing weird jumping jacks as like a
Yo.
way to hype people up. And then he does it. And then when he does whatever weird thing he does
Mhm.
this kind of strange recovery mode, like, like that's the sound I hear when he's done. He just,
Oh man. You know, I wish all my computers did that when they were like downloading now. I- oh, that's fire. You
uh,
know, Elon doesn't realize
mm.
he is trying so hard to be Iron Man when he was his coolest when he was Batman. Real talk. Like rich and nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah, okay.
Real talk. You trying to be
He's
rich
trying,
and known for being rich and you fucking it up. You talking too much.
right.
Batman was dope. We ain't know anything about the dude. Yeah, he's rich, but we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying
Right,
be Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne was an idiot. That's
right.
you showing that too.
Yes,
You know
but
what I mean?
the Batman, where he just showed up and did a
Yeah,
thing and left.
yeah, that was his peak. Like we would hear about what Elon did, but we
Right,
never heard from Elon.
right. Yes.
Real talk. That was your peak, my G. People was talking. You was the idol, yo. People was talking about you like you was the shit. Once you started talking, it's been downhill, homie. No,
That's
you fucked it up.
always where people fuck up, is by talking.
Come on, homie. You had it. You had the money. You had this cool, weird allure.
Right.
Real talk. You like legit. You were like the tech version of her. Like it's just like, yo, who is he? You know what I mean? I seen his silhouette on that thing. You know what I mean? But once we saw who you were, like nobody cared no more. You messing it up.
That's not for you, her. We still care.
Yeah, her, you the shit.
We still care, Queen. You playing the guitar is one of my is my sexual preference. Is
Real
her
talk.
playing the guitar. Fantastic.
Real talk. Yeah,
But
to be clear, her makes dope shit. But
yes, but when I see her without sunglasses on, I am like, who is that?
yeah, like
I'm dumb enough to be fooled. So yes.
the mystery was such a big part of what got my attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? She happens to be talented enough that I still care now.
Yes.
Dope. I'm just saying, Elon, you ain't got that.
Yeah,
Your
no.
whole allure was being not known. Like, yo, what is he? Who is he?
Right.
You should have stayed there, my G. You had a pocket. It was working.
That's true. A lot of you just got to stay in the pocket. Recognize that this is where you shine and
Yo,
stay there. And that's hard because people always want to try to push the out, but sometimes you don't push.
yeah.
Sometimes you're right where you need to be at that moment.
That was your time, B. That was your time. Oh man. If you would like
Mm.
to write Elon Batman fan fiction.
Oh God. How is that
man.
not out there?
Yeah, I'm sure that is. We should do it. New versions written by Gastor and Shalewa. You gonna read them now. All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't think we could be truthful to the character?
You're probably right. I don't know nothing about any of these characters. I will for sure make up shit.
5 stars, you know we're not going to be truthful, and that's what you're looking forward to. Okay? Real talk. Why Elon wearing Timbs? Oh, Gastor wrote this one. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Shannon Lamont and Dana Ford. With all that said, I am the new writer for the latest Marvel comic hit, Musky Batman.
Musky.
You know what I mean?
Oh, what a terrible name. Yuck.
And that's the sentiment that he inspires.
Right.
So it's truthful to the character.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you yuck in real life. I'm giving you yuck in the cartoon. Okay.
Gross. I want nothing to do with this.
Shalewa Sharpe.
That's me. Nothing to do with this.
She want no lawsuits. I take all the lawsuits. Bring them on.
Yuck.
I got no money to give you, Elon. You want the 46,000? Come sue me for them too. Real talk. I ain't got it either.
One of your worthless shares back.
Oh man, this has been the launch of a new comic book episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.